Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's week is going great. Wanted to touch base on a topic today that comes up every 6 weeks or so, and that is today is a Fed meeting. So first, what the heck does that mean? So the Fed, Janet Yellen's the head of the Fed, and they meet regularly throughout the year to set fiscal policy for the U.S. And that generally what they do is they just make decisions on whether or not they're going to increase or decrease interest rates. And so this is always that time when I start to get a bunch of phone calls about, oh my gosh, what about my mortgage rate lock? And I want to get locked before the Fed decision. So anyway, so first, before I delve into that too much, the Fed, it's a 2-day meeting always. Today is the second day. Janet Yellen will make some decisions or make a decision. The Fed presidents throughout the U.S. all get together and they vote on whether or not to increase interest rates. The expectation for today's meeting is that they will increase by 1/4 of a point, which will, for the first time in like 8 years, push the Fed funds rate over 1%. So what does that mean for mortgage rates? So the quick answer is it doesn't mean a darn thing directly. So the Fed funds rate has no direct relationship to mortgage rates. In fact, when you look at the past couple meetings earlier this year, you can see that actually the Feds they've already raised rates this year. When that happened, we actually saw a decrease in the mortgage rates. And so again, they operate totally separately, and it really becomes the effect on the mortgage rates depends on what the general market feels about the move, right? And so for what it's worth, leading into today's chart, there's a really strong movement in mortgage-backed securities. Well, pretty strong by typical standards, which is good for interest rates. So the bond watch systems that I use are all saying to float into this report. She will make the decision or make the announcement. She, meaning Janet Yellen, will make the announcement at 11 o'clock today Pacific time, and then we'll have a press conference thereafter. Those are times where we're obviously watching for whether we should float or lock on some of the clients that we might have that we haven't already locked. So anyway, just wanted to chime in on that. I know so many people just hear anything regarding the rates going up and it automatically they start calling me wondering what they need to do about their interest rate. Just know that we are watching it for you and your clients, and if you have any questions on that, feel free to just put them in or make a comment down below or call me anytime. Thanks so much for tuning in today, guys, and I will talk to you next week.